Hi, this is going to be a video on how to use WeVideo to create a PSA, a public service announcement. And I'm going to use screen share for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and share my screen. And in order to find WeVideo, it is a Google Chrome extension, and it can live in your Google Drive. So I'm going to open up my Google Drive, and I'm going to click on Create, and I'm going to go to my WeVideo. This is going to open up the WeVideo program, and it will allow me to create a new project, which I'm going to click on. I'm going to give my project a name. And click on Create. Now my project is going to now be in this list. And it usually is at the bottom, and there it is. So I'm going to click on it to open it. This will bring me into my WeVideo program where I can start to create my short PSA. I can either use Storyboard, which is the simplest, or I can use a simple timeline or an advanced timeline. For this one, I'm going to use Storyboard. And the first thing I need to do is to find some pictures to put into my short PSA. And I do have some pictures available here that I've already uploaded, but let me show you how I go about finding pictures that are copyright legal to use in your PSA. So I'm going to open up another tab, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search Google for some pictures, and I'm going to create my public service announcement on fire safety. So I want to click on images. So now I only have pictures about fire safety. And if I go over here under the gear and I go to advanced search, I can scroll down and I can filter by license at the bottom under usage rights, and I can select free to use or share. So I'm going to do that and then click on advanced search. Now all of these are now pictures that are free for me to use in my PSA, and I don't have to give credit to anyone, and I do not have to worry about taking things that are other people's intellectual property. So in order to use these, maybe I would want to click on this one. It shows maybe overloading your circuits, and if I go to view the image, I'm over here now, and if I click on control click or right click, I can save my image, and I would want to give it a name, so I'm going to call it fire safety plugs. And I think I'm going to put this one into a new folder, so I'm going to call this my fire safety folder and say create. So now I have a fire safety folder, and inside my fire safety folder I will have this particular picture. The other place that I can find images is using the the Iowa AEA online databases. So if I go to greenhillsghaea.org and I click on Iowa AEA online databases, then I can scroll down to clip art for schools. You will need to log in, but I am already logged in. So I'm going to type in fire safety. All of these are available for you to use in your projects in school. This one's going to be the clip art one. So let's look at something for clip art that would be really good. Maybe having exits posted for fire safety would be good. So I'm going to click on that. Notice that it has an IC here. This means that you haven't downloaded it yet. So I'm going to come over here and pick my format. I'm going to choose JPEG, and I don't want it to be huge. So I'm going to choose instead a size. I like to choose 600 pixels because I can shorten it up, and that won't be too big for my presentation. So I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to click on download. Now here's my file. Oh, I have to go click on continue, I'm sorry. Now I can do the same thing. I'm going to right click on it and say save image as, and I want to save it in my fire safety, so I'm going to say this is exits, posted, and say save. Now another place that that you can find videos to use is in Flickr. And in Flickr, you can do an advanced search for, you can search for Creative Commons. So if I search within the Creative Commons, I can find content that people have have set up so that you can use it. Sometimes you need to give them credit. Sometimes they just let you use it. You can also find things to use commercially or that you can modify, which might be nice for another project. So I'm going to now type in what I'm looking for, which is fire safety, and search for Creative Commons pictures on fire safety. So here's some of my choices of pictures that people have added. So this one might be nice for my fire safety presentation about a fireman talking to my kindergarten class. So I'm going to click on that one to open it up, and I'm going to right click on it, and it says right here some rights are reserved, but it's in the Creative Commons. I'm going to select the large, and now I'm going to right click on it and say save image as, and this one's going to be firemen with students. And say save. Now my next one that I'm going to go to get some pictures is going to be Bing. Bing's a search engine put up by Microsoft, and I'm going to search Bing images. The nice thing I like about Bing, let's see, let's search for fire safety. And search. The nice thing I like about Bing is right here, we already have, the license appears right here. You don't have to go to a gear, so it's easy to select free to share and use pictures that are in Bing. So perhaps maybe, let's see what would be a really good one. Perhaps maybe having a fire extinguisher available. Now I'm going to right click on that or control click and again save it, and I'm going to call this one fire extinguisher. That's good enough. All right, so now I have several pictures from several different sources. So now I'm going to go back to my Wii video, and I'm going to upload those. So I'm going to upload media, and I'm going to browse for my pictures, and I'm going to go to my fire safety folder, and I have these. I wonder if it'll let me upload all four at the same time. I believe it will. So I clicked on the first one, and then I held down the Shift key in order to click on to select them all. Clicked on the last one and say Open. So now you can see that they are all uploading, and it gives you an idea of how fast they're going. As soon as they're all uploaded, then we will go out and find some music. So perhaps maybe we should do that right now because they're working on it. So let's go back to our Iowa AEA online database because we have this great resource called Sounds Abound, and that will allow you to go out and find music that you can use that's copyright available, or as it says right up here, copyright compliance. So I have to log in. Anyone in Iowa who works in education has a login. You need to check with your teacher librarian to find out what your login is. So I can find music in several ways. Let's search for fire and see if we have anything that would come up that would kind of make us think of fire. Oh, and we do. So we have some different things, and we can come over here and listen to a very short rendition of what this one's like. I don't think so. We need something that doesn't have words in it. So maybe Midnight Fire. Let's try that one. No, probably not. So now we're going to look by category. And let's see, we are looking at fire, so let's maybe do something that would be mid-tempo. And we have, let's try this one, whatever it might be. Well, let's go to this one. Oh, that might be a little bit too much. Let's go back. Sometimes it's hard to find music. And let's go to maybe just instrumental. And let's go to this one right here. Let's say that we decide we like that one. Now we're going to click on this Download MP3. And that downloads it over here. So if I open this, it's going to be in my Downloads folder. And it's going to open up with iTunes. So we could listen to it there as well. I'm going to close that out, close out iTunes, and I'm going to go back to my Wii video right here, and we've all uploaded that, so we're going to go back to our storyboard because now we have our media that we uploaded, and let's go to audio and let's upload an audio. And we're going to browse for it. And I think our audio went into our downloads folder. So let's look there and see if that's where it went. There it is right there. And why don't we just kind of, we double clicked on it and now it's uploading. Okay, so now we have some music and some pictures. So let's go ahead and create our story. I'm going to go back to storyboard and I'm going to go back to my media and to pictures, and I'm going to get started. So the first thing I have is a clip already here that says something about the title. Now another thing I can do is I can go and pick a theme. I have lots of different themes, and right now a simple is checked. I would be a little cautious about going with some of these other themes because they're a little overwhelming, but we could try polished. So we can use this one. We're going to use this one this time. And we're going to click here to put a title on it. And we're going to call this Fire Safety at School. And say done. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some pictures. So if I hover over the picture, you can see that I can just add it. So I'm going to add that picture. Then I'm going to put in a text, a little text again. So if I click on text, I can add the title box, and I can add more text. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put in some more pictures. So I'm going to add the plug-in, and then I'm going to add the fire extinguisher, and then I'm going to add the exit, and then I'm going to add another text box, and this one's going to be the end. So on this one, I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to say, I can write a caption. So I'm going to say, listen to the fireman's directions for fire safety. And I'm going to say done editing. So that's going to put that caption on the top of that picture, and if we want to see it, we can play it. And right here it is down there at the bottom. So now we're ready to add a caption here. I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to edit this one, and I'm going to say, be careful not to overload your electrical circuits. I'm just going to put a period. And that's going to be that one. And then I'm going to leave this one here. Now I'm going to put a caption on this one. So I'm going to edit this one. And I'm going to say, have your fire extinguisher handy. And I might bold that and change it to black. Nope, I'm going to leave it at white. Doesn't look good at black. And say done. Okay, so now I'm going to leave the exit as it is. And in fact, I'm going to insert a text box here. And I'm going to say, be sure to know where the exits are. And say done editing. And now I'm ready for my finale. So I'm going to edit the end. I'm going to say be safe. And let's go here. Brought to you by, and then you can put whoever it might be. I'm going to put me. And say done editing. Now, this particular theme comes with some music, so I'm going to turn up the music and we'll play it and see what it looks like. Let me go all the way to the front. Actually, that might be really good music right there. If I decide I want to add some music, I can go and upload that music that I just, let's see, I already uploaded it. So let's go back to Storyboard, and here's the music I just uploaded. We can play it. And if we want to add that instead, we can click the Add button, and now that's changed the music. And, or we can find some music here as well. So maybe we want to add this music instead. Once we're finished with our video, let's not forget to title it. Sometimes I do make that mistake and have a bunch of untitled videos. So this one's going to be Fire Safety, and say Save. All right, now I'm ready to publish it. So I'm going to go up here and going to go to publish. And this is the free version, so we can't select anything that's grayed out, but that's all right. I'm going to go to publish, say OK. It's going to take a little bit of time to publish it, but actually it's pretty fast. And when it's finished publishing, it will appear in your email. So let me show you what that looks like while that's publishing. And I'll publish it under support. So you can see where I already have published 3 and I have support. So if I click on export to homepage right here, it brings up my video and I can play it. I can also, and this is what's really nice, I can either download it to my computer or I can click on share and will have a URL, a web address that I can just share this video with people. I can also embed it on a website, which is what we have done for one of our classes. So if I copy this and I go to a website, let me open up a website. And this is a website that I've used for several things. And so if I create a new page on this website and I call it fire safety and create, now I can go ahead and edit this page. I always like to give it a couple of spaces so it's not right at the top. And I have HTML code. Even though I don't know anything about HTML coding, I do know that you click on that button in order it to embed. So then I paste my embedding in there by going Control-V for paste. I'm going to go update, and now I have this particular video that I put in, which is not the fire safety one. Let's go see if fire safety is done. Not yet. So when it is finished, it'll say that it's finished. So it's still rendering. Actually, though, I think that we're finished enough by showing you how to do this. And so if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and hope it helps.
You pay a month for Adams.